Why is it that every single advertisement in Vegas is either for drinking, eating, gambling, partying, or for a remedy that comes from the problems of gambling, drinking, eating, and partying? I am about to go get my first spray tan ever. It only took me 24 years. Hello. Is this beauty? I don't feel like I look any different. I am extremely confused right now. Maybe it's just the lighting. I'm wondering if this actually worked. Guess we will find out. So I just found out that it develops over the course of 4 hours, and I will see the results then, because right now it comes on clear. I didn't buy whatever bronzer additive she was talking about that gives you an immediate tan look, because I don't need it. I'm about to drive 5 hours to Vegas, so it literally does not matter. But yeah, so we will see in 5 hours what this looks like. Spray tan done. Checking another thing off the bucket list. I'm about to go get hair extensions for the first time. I have never needed hair extensions nor wanted hair extensions because I have always really liked my hair. I feel like Asian hair is just an all-around amazing kind of hair, so I never really felt the need to put somebody else's hair on my head. But I cut a foot of hair off of me over a year ago, and now I want it long again. And also, I know it's gonna help me with these auditions. Real hot girl shit. Got 18 inches on my hair now. Spray tan is done, hair is in, and now it is time to drive 5 hours to Vegas. Okay. I took a trip to the year 3000. This song had the multi-platinum. I go shopping, want it then I cop it, ayy. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this.
Blood splattered everywhere. Ian pulled the axe out and swung again and again. Each time,
and I'm in Nevada right now. It's so weird. When you start to approach the state line, you can see all these lights from the casinos that are coming your way. God damn. I am very impressed with this setup. I got this shit for $140 for 2 nights. Just got my luggage delivered to me. Also, we have better lighting of my new hair. It was from a fellow Chinese person, so I'm really doing it justice. I'm having a Miranda Cosgrove moment from Drake and Josh Go Hollywood, where she sees her Hollywood suite that she copped for free, and that is exactly how I feel right now, because this is like an entire suite, which I have never actually tried to pay for to stay in. Honestly, that 5-hour drive was not that bad. I am pretty awake. I'm actually probably gonna eat my last meal and then take a melatonin and go to bed, because I gotta get up at 7 because I wanna be there bright and early tomorrow morning. Prep life be like, oh shit. Stocking a small health grocery store in your hotel fridge. Good morning, y'all. It is 8 a.m. In the midst of all of my rushing and errands yesterday, I actually forgot to tell the fans what this video is about. If you did not read the title or were begging for an introduction, I am solo vacationing to Vegas to go and audition for the pool parties for the 2022 season. I have never done this before, so this is gonna be a first. Another thing off the bucket list. Currently putting my face on so I can look acceptable for these auditions. I think it's so funny that they call them auditions and not interviews. I made this video so anybody else who is wondering how this process worked could know, because I had no idea. Luckily, a couple of my friends knew people who already worked in Vegas, And I was messaging them on Instagram and asking them approximately 1,002 questions. I'm auditioning for 4 different hotels. Oh my god, I'm gonna have under eye bags. I forgot concealer apparently. I did this obnoxious Target run yesterday, super last minute. I'm gonna show everybody what I got. So I got lip gloss, Rimmel London. This looks like a nice shade, so bought blush for the first time in my life. Wow, this audition is bringing me a lot of firsts. I got 2 sets of eyelashes. This one, Ardell 811 Foam Mink, always buy these. And then I found these, the most obnoxious and over-the-top extra lashes I could find. So I, of course, bought them. I was panicking. I got earrings that were $8. And then I got this necklace. Thought I could use something a little extra. I have not had this much hair in literally 2 years. I cut 12 inches off of it in December of 2019, actually, the morning of my last college final ever. And I donated it to Wigs for Kids, and I've had short hair ever since, so now I just put literally 18 inches on my hair, and it's a really weird experience. One of the girls that I was talking to said that the earlier the better, but I don't think it's gonna be like that bad if I get there at 9:30, because the auditions go from 9 to 12. Oh yeah, I didn't even say what places I was auditioning for. I'm auditioning to IU today at Resort World. Tomorrow I'm auditioning for Wet Republic and Liquid. Then next Tuesday I am auditioning for Encore Beach Club and Marquee. Honestly, I'm keeping my expectations pretty low. I mean, I know that I don't have any Vegas experience, and I literally just started like 3 weeks ago doing actual bottle service. It's not even on my resume because I put in these applications like over a month ago, and I just started doing bottle service for events. Obviously, I haven't even done these auditions yet, but my friend did give me good advice who has auditioned for these before. She said, when in doubt, speak their language. So big hair, big lashes, over the top with everything. It is Vegas, which makes a lot of sense. So that's why I picked obnoxious eyelashes, going hard with the hair, the makeup. I literally bought bikinis just for this audition. Full look. I'm wearing this like cover-up dress that I have for pool parties. I feel like this is very like Vegas summer-esque. I didn't really know what to wear like over top of it, but my friend told me to just go with the whole pool party vibe. And then it's still winter in Vegas, so it's a little chilly out, especially because it's the morning. And I have this white crop denim jacket. Oops, I forgot the jewelry. We got little gold earrings and then a little layered necklace, and now we're done. Let's send it. I am dumb lost right now. Literally, this casino is so fucking big. I have never been to Resort World at all. It's pretty nice. I just got my heels in hand. People know what the fuck is going on because they're like, oh, it's this way. Oh, it's that way. Or they're like, oh, good luck. So people are pretty cool about it. I don't know. It looks like a mall in here.
2 hours later.
Hello, I have just returned from IU. I did not bring my camera into the auditions. Obviously, that would not look good on my part. I recorded some with my phone, but not really. Ooh, my makeup looks good. Bro, my hands, I did not understand the lotion assignment with this spray tan. She told me to put the lotion on my hands and my fingers before I went in so it would like blend, and it did not do well. I look like I have Dorito hands. I went in at 10 and it is now a little after 12, so it did take about 2 hours. I had to walk what felt like half a mile from the parking garage to the nightclub. You line up outside, there's a fast pass lane and then there's a regular lane. Luckily, when I got there, they were both about the same size. Actually, the regular lane was shorter than the fast pass lane. Then you go in, you get to change in the bathroom into your bathing suit. You can adjust your makeup, etc. And then you get in line to go in to get your photo taken. Then you get in another line while you're actually waiting to get your picture taken. This photographer makes you pose a certain way. No offense, but this dude did not understand the assignment because my pose looked whack as fuck. I felt like it was not very flattering. I really wish that you could just do whatever you wanted. I understand why they do it that way, But I really wish he chose a different pose because it just was not flattering, at least in my opinion. After that, you go in another line and then they check you in. They give you this card at the beginning where you rank the venues in the order you want to work at them. Then you give that card to this other person, and this is on step like 4. So you give the card to step 4 person, and then they either direct you to go sit down or they direct you straight to the interview. But I asked about this like little card because some of the girls had it and then some of them didn't. I didn't see what it was. Somebody in front of me asked if I got this little card and I was like, no, I didn't get it. I got extremely lucky. I do not know how, I don't know what happened, but I was able to get my interview done right away. I did not have to wait at all. It was basically as if I had a fast pass. I don't know how that happened. Maybe they took pity on me. They were in a good mood. I have no idea. But I even asked about it like right after the girl in front of me went who had the card, and I was like, oh, I didn't get one of those little cards. Is that okay? He was like, yeah, it's fine. It's for something different. But then he directed me straight to the interview. If you didn't have a fast pass, then you had to wait on these couches to get called for your interview. They asked you literally 3 questions, so I was very glad I got mine over with. Not gonna lie, I would have been pretty heated if I had to wait like over 30 minutes for a literal 3-question interview. You stand there, you greet the people. It's like 2 people at a mini judges table, and then they ask you your relevant work experience, what does social media mean to you, and then a unique fact about you. Now, some of the chicks behind me were like, oh, I don't know, unique fact about myself. Like, luckily I had one up my sleeve. I was either choosing between the fact that I was adopted or the fact that I've been to 17 countries. I chose the 17 countries one, which came in really handy because the guy asked me what country was my favorite, and I said Indonesia because I went to Bali 2 years ago and he actually lived there. It was nice to have a little more of a conversation other than just, oh, that's cool, and then set me on my way. I feel like between the photo and the interview, it might have taken about 20 minutes. But there was a lot of waiting between the first line and then the second line. There was probably like a 15-minute wait at the beginning and then a 15 to 20-minute wait to get into the room where you get your pictures taken and your interview done. And then the other processes probably took like 30 to 45 minutes. But the whole process took about 2 hours again. Not terrible. I have about 3 hours and 15 minutes until my next one. I signed up for the very last time slot for Wet Republic because I have a posing appointment with my posing coach for my competition at 2 and it ends at 2:30, and I wanted to make sure I had enough time to like freshen up and get myself over to Hakkasan. I just gave myself like an hour, 2 to 3:30. I want to try and get there at like 3. I was late this morning. I got here at 10 when I wanted to get here at like 9:30, but it didn't matter. You could literally come at whatever time. Unless you are specified in a time slot that you signed up for, it doesn't matter what time you come. Currently heading out to go to MGM and do the Wet Republic interviews. I already know a girl who is applying and she said that they're already behind. She was supposed to be at 2:30 and it's like 3 o'clock. So they're definitely taking forever. Another casino I'm lost in. I cannot find this club for the life of me. Oh my God, I am finally done. That took so long. It was way longer than the last place. And I have been starving and I've had to pee and I've been dehydrated all day. I am very excited to be back looking like a pumpkin and not concerned about making it on time. I am actually exhausted, so I'm very excited to just go relax at home. Okay, I just got back. I left my camera in my car and it is way too far for me to go get it because you have to walk like half a mile and down like the escalator to go get it. So whatever. The dehydration, the exhaustion, the hunger, it is all too real. You name it, it is real. The whole process. It was 2 hours, but it felt like 5 lifetimes, honestly. You checked in with your appointment time that you set up online, and then you go get headshots, which I was not told originally, so I had to get out of line to go get the headshot. They did individual interviews, and only one person at a time. At IU, it was like 2 groups of people interviewing people at a time, so at least it was 2 people at a time. But here, it was literally just everyone, all 4 people, interviewing 1 person. Wet Republic is like the biggest day club in Vegas, or at least one of them. So obviously, every chick and their sister was applying, so that obviously didn't make it any better. It was adding insult to injury. You go up, there's a spotlight on you, there's 4 people sitting in front of you, full-on American Idol style. They ask if you have previous modeling experience. They tell you to describe your recent work experience that's relevant. They ask for an example of a health code violation, and then a technique on upselling. All pretty standard questions. But at that point, I had to pee so bad. I was hungry, I was tired. I mean, I still definitely put my best foot forward. I think that I gave it everything I had, but I didn't even want to be there at that point. I was just so ready to leave and like change again. It was cold in the rooms. All of us were starving. No one has been eating all day because we've just been waiting around. And yeah, but I am very excited to be back. It's about 6. I can't believe I was there for like 2 hours. I was so glad I wasn't there for more than 4, because then I would have had to pay even more for parking. But Resort World had free parking. MGM did not, unfortunately. You did have to pay for parking. It's only $12 between 1 and 4 hours, which is pretty good. I was weighing my options between doing an Uber or parking, but the parking was gonna be cheaper because the Uber there was like $9, and I know it's probably gonna be more coming back, so I might as well just take my car. I am about to eat, and then I'm about to take like a 2-hour nap. Luckily, it's still pretty early, even though it looks pitch black outside. And then I'm gonna go do my workout, because I am almost 6 weeks out from my competition. My coach just bumped up my cardio to 90 minutes for 7 days a week.
Hello, it's been a week since I last went to Vegas, and surprise, surprise, I am on my way back again. I think the funniest part about this time is that I originally told myself that I would leave earlier so I wouldn't have to deal with driving at night, and I would have a decent amount of time to sleep and get ready in the morning without feeling super rushed. And now it is a bright and early 1:05 in the morning, and I still have an hour left to go. Anyway, I did not get a call back from IU or Wet Republic. Not really surprised, especially about Wet Republic, because they are notorious apparently for bringing back the girls that they hired the previous year. So I really wasn't too surprised. IU didn't really know what to expect, but also was not that surprised I didn't get a call back. To be quite frank, I'm not really expecting too much out of literally any of these auditions, because I know that the competition's steep. It's my first time. I don't really have too much experience, but we're doing this anyway for the experience, and that's all that matters. Keeping expectations low, hoping for the best, already expecting the worst. This time, I will be staying at the Link, not the Rio. The Link is actually on this trip and surprisingly cheaper than the Rio. And it's gonna be a lot closer to the hotels that I am auditioning at. We don't need another montage of what this drive consisted of. However, it is different than my last one. No music, all no sleep podcast. Just about to cross the state line to Nevada once again. And my worst nightmare has come true. It is 1:16 in the morning, and my gas light just went on. However, I was going a lot easier on the gas pedal. I did not use my entire tank. Now, I could be bold, leave it up to whatever higher power is hopefully out there, and just keep on driving, because I got like 50 miles left. Or I could jinx myself, take the risk, and possibly reenact one of these horror stories from the No Sleep podcast by going to a gas station in the middle of the night, which is really one of the situations that I do my best to absolutely avoid. I have not decided what I will be doing yet. Although, what is nice though about this drive is despite the fact that I am literally driving through bumblefuck nowhere for several hours, I have not been on the road alone, like at all. Shout out to the truckers, shout out to all the crazy ass other people also driving at this time of night. You know, I also know I'm getting to the Nevada line because it is just dark, dark, dark desert until the grand lights of Prim, Nevada that make you think it's Vegas, and then it is a sad Walmart version. I take that back. I can only assume is probably a sad Walmart version of Vegas, which, considering the fact that it is pretty unknown, especially in comparison, I would assume that statement is at least somewhat accurate. Not that I am saying it is a bad song, but can someone please explain to me why this has to be 10 minutes? It is so cold out. I did make it to a gas station though, and my card wasn't working earlier this evening when I did try at a gas station in San Diego, but luckily it is working now because their little store is obviously not open. And I was at first questioning why the aforementioned store was not open. Please ignore my tourist behavior, but I honestly have never driven on this strip before. Wow. There's my hotel. Hey. Setup at the Rio was a lot nicer, a lot more spacious. I had like a king suite. However, the decor in this room is a lot better. We got a modern look here. Interesting wall art. IKEA, similar IKEA vibe for the bed. Whole closet. Got a really nice bathroom in here. Oh, we hate a standing shower though. Definitely prefer a tub. But this is pretty nice, and I was very happy to see that I did not have to walk an entire mile to get from my room to the elevator. Honestly, what if I just went like this? I feel like I have been to Vegas a little bit more than I would like. I've been here more times in the last 4 months than I have in my entire life. Just because of the results of last week, my expectations are solidified in being low. So I'm just like not really gonna get as disappointed if I don't get something, which I probably won't. But we're kind of just here for the experience. I did have to remind myself that because I always just have this expectation whenever I start something that I have the potential to just be the best at it. And I know that especially in something like this, it's not really that realistic. I honestly think the funniest part of these auditions is the fact that we all go in looking like homeless people because it is January in Vegas and ain't nobody got time to come into auditions in a bikini. And then we have to take it all off and then we look like supermodels. I am so stressed out. It took like 10 minutes for the Uber to find me. It's like 11:17 and I am obviously very late and I am really taking a risk because my next audition is at the Venetian in literally almost an hour. So stuck up. The first thing that I think of when I see the decor in this place is that it's not as good as the actual Sistine Chapel. We love a well-traveled hell. This has truly shown me how bad I am with verbal directions because people will be so kind as to giving me very detailed directions on where to go and I forget them within 3 seconds of walking away from them, and then I have to go
within the next 5 seconds to ask literally somebody else where to go. I'm pretty sure they had some sort of organized system when I went to the last audition. They didn't really have any explicit directions on who was going up next, so I just hopped in line, and there were people still waiting. I really don't know if I was supposed to do that, but I had to make it here in time, so I did not have time to wait. The Venetian is actually one of my favorite hotels in Vegas. Not that I've been to a lot of them, but from the ones that I have been to, it's definitely one of my favorites. I really do feel like they got the cohesive theming right. A lot of them just got one thing and then it's got another thing, and a lot of them are doing a little too much. But this one, I feel like for the most part, for Vegas, it's pretty cohesive. I made it back into my room. I got there around 20 minutes before my scheduled appointment time, which was 12:30, so I got there around 12:10. There was a huge line. They had it at this one restaurant, and there was a line literally out the door of all people with appointment times. It was insane, and it was very inconvenient. It was weird because some places like IU and Encore, they did a really good job of just getting people in and out and had a better organization. But at least for Wet Republic and for Tao, I felt like we were just all waiting for an unnecessary amount of time. And it is because for Wet Republic and for Tao, they have the entire panel of judges just looking at one person at a time, which holds up the line. They were also doing interviews at the same time for like bartenders and bussers too, so that was even more people. The interview was really short. I've pretty much gotten the routine down of how the interviews go. You go, sign in, do a check-in, wait in a line, get your picture taken. They give you a paper where you check off where you want to work at, and then also put all your contact info. You take that piece of paper and the picture, and then you go over to your interview, which is barely qualifying as an interview. It's like a 2 to 4 question interview. My interview was literally one question. I don't know how I feel about that. I came in and I did wait, I waited an hour in line, and then I waited another probably 30 to 45 minutes in another line just to get interviewed, and they literally just asked me what my prior work experience was. It was weird because I heard other girls getting asked about upselling techniques, and when I was waiting in line, it seemed like the girls were talking way more than the amount of time that me and the girls before and after me were talking. I don't know if they were just over it by then or if they found what they were looking for in the other girls. I literally have no idea. It's very hard to tell. And you really don't have any room to actually show off your personality, in my opinion, because it's just a one-question job interview, and they're really just looking at your body and your face, not even what necessarily you have to say. They're not really interested in all the other things that an actual job interview would value. That's just the nature of the industry. Not even bashing it, I'm just telling you straight up. Even though it was bullshit that I waited like an hour and a half just to have a one-question interview, I did get to know a girl who was standing behind me. She was really cool. We ended up getting food after, and she actually gave me a ride back to the hotel because it was like a 3-minute drive, which I was very grateful for because I am so tired of taking Ubers here. They have the most wax drop-off and pickup locations, and they're just really irritating. So I was really lucky that I had someone who was able to give me a ride back. Not really much else to say about this whole experience. I don't regret it at all. I know that it's really slim that I'm going to actually get a call back, especially because I know I'm going against a ton of girls who know people out here already and have experience on the strip, and also who have been in this industry way longer than me. I'm only 24, so I have not even been able to be qualified legally to be a bottle service girl for more than 3 years. And then even when you start doing bottle service, most of the time you have to have at least like a year or so of experience. So odds are definitely against me. Do I regret coming out? No. I thought it was a really interesting experience. I'm glad that I got to see what it was like. I really wish that it was a little bit more organized. And it was definitely annoying and inconvenient that most of this process could have pretty much been done over a video interview. I really do not see the point in bringing all of these people here, because there are definitely people like me who have driven out or flown out for these like 2-minute auditions, and it sucks. Like, and they probably won't even get it. That is not a good part of this whole situation. I met a couple girls who are really cool. I would definitely hit them up again if I'm ever here. I got their Instagrams and everything. And I don't know, I mean, I guess I got like a little staycation. Now I know that I can do the drive to Vegas, no problem, because tomorrow will be my 4th drive. Cons, slightly pointless. Could have been done over the video interview. Took a long time. Most of the interviews were at least like an hour. Long lines. It is a whole day process. Like, you get up and they usually start at like 9. So you get up, start immediately getting ready, hair, makeup, everything, finding a bikini, putting on your heels. You don't have time to like eat or drink anything really. And then also you don't have time to eat or drink really, because then you just have to go immediately there, walk around this entire hotel to try and find where the auditions are being held. Maybe that was a lot harder for me because I am not familiar with any of these hotels, but they definitely took at least 10, 15, 20 minutes to just try and navigate the hotel. Oh yeah, honestly, walking around in a bikini, this is gonna sound really dumb, but I'll say it anyway. Walking around in a bikini all day, very dehydrated, low-key malnourished, in heels, getting stared at and judged all day is definitely a lot more mentally exhausting than you would think. For all of my kings out there who are also interested in working, they also do a very similar process with like bartenders, bussers, etc., any male position. You also have to take a picture, probably look pretty cut, etc., etc. But yes, thank you so much, fools, for tuning in. Things that I am grateful for. My 3 bullet point gratitude list for this week. All of my friends and their amazing words of encouragement. I had so many people like hit me up and be like, you got this, like I'm so proud of you, even if you don't get it, like, you know, you're doing amazing just by going out there and putting yourself out there. I've had just so much love throughout this whole process that I've really been grateful for. I'm also really grateful for the couple girls that I met and did get to know throughout this process. I'm also grateful for just like a mini solo vacation. Everybody needs a little getaway. I'm just very excited to come back to Vegas and just stuff my face for like 3 days straight.